Hi, I'm Shelley, steps behind the camera.
Hi.
And today we're going to show you how to make a castle, a play castle. But first of all, we're going to build it back together again so you can see what it looks like. Everything that you need for this project is down below in the description. It's 5 pieces of wood in different lengths, plus the 4 bed hinges. To start this project, you need the 55 centimeters times 22 centimeters times 1.9 centimeters, and there's 4 of them. And 4 bed hinges that you can take apart and put back together again. We're now going to make the gateway arch in the castle. Here's the front. The front is the piece of wood that is in one piece all the way along, not the pieces in between. And here we're going to make an archway with a width of 12 centimeters in the middle of this piece of wood. Now we're going to cut out the gateway arch. You have to make sure that this piece of wood's the right way around. The 4 centimeters to the hinges should be here, and this is where we're going to cut down below. We've found the middle of the piece of wood that's at 27.5 centimeters, and we've put a piece marked with a pencil just of here. Then I've cut a template. My template is 12 centimeters wide, and it was 16 centimeters high. And if I fold the paper into half, this is how I cut it. I measured 6 centimeters across, 11.5 centimeters up, and here is 16 centimeters, and then I just joined it with a nice arch. Now I can place this exactly on the middle of my line, here and up here, and then I can draw round the arch. We now need the parts for the drawbridge. First of all, we need these 2 pieces of wood. There's 2 of them, and they're 6 by 6 centimeters by 1.9 centimeters. And in these 2 pieces of wood, we're going to drill in the corner with the Forstner bit a 16 millimeter hole on both of them. Then we've got this piece of wood. This is 15 centimeters long and has a diameter of 1.5 centimeters. Here we're going to drill 2 holes in from each end, 2.5 centimeters in, with a 4 millimeter bit. Once we've done that, we're going to put this piece of wood into the 2 holes that are in these, and then it will be screwed onto here from the middle line that we made for the gateway. We're going to measure 8 centimeters each side, and then I'm going to screw these into position. Now we're using the bits for the drawbridge. Here we've got two pieces that are 22 times 2.5 centimeters times 1.9 centimeters. We've got to do two holes in here. They are 12 millimeters up and 9 millimeters in, so that we've got a left and a right, and they will be part of the drawbridge. Once we've done them, we've got this piece here. This is the 20 times 14 times 1.9 centimeters. This will be the actual drawbridge. We're going to drill two holes here. That's 17 centimeters up from here and 2 centimeters in from here. And if it's done right, they should be exactly 10 centimeters apart. These will be drilled with a 4mm borer, a 4mm drilling bit, the same here with a 4mm drilling bit. Then on this piece there are two extra holes to make, one here and one on the other side here. These are to be 9 millimeters in and 9 millimeters from the outside in, and they will be drilled with a 2.5 millimeter bit. Now we're going to build the drawbridge. We've got these two pieces of wood where the holes are on the outside of the wood, towards the edge of the wood, the outside of the wood. We just turn them over like that. And here's our drawbridge with the holes here and a hole here. We're going to place this piece of wood directly on top and screw together. And then on the other side, exactly the same. What we're going to do is leave a little bit of room in between the pieces of wood so that the drawbridge can actually move up and down. But you'll actually see that in the film. We're now going to take this front part of the castle. There we've already cut out the door, and this piece we've put on here. We're going to turn this over and rest it on a piece of wood here. And as you can see, we've made some marks. This mark is in the middle, that's 27.5 centimeters like before. And then these two marks are 9 centimeters from the middle out, so that they are exactly 18 centimeters apart. And 18 centimeters apart is also our drawbridge. So now our drawbridge will be placed on there. Holes will be drilled in here, and it will be screwed fast to the wood underneath. Be careful that these pieces of wood are in line with the top and the bottom. Now we're going to mark where the two holes are, so that then when we open it up, we can see these two marks, and then we can drill two holes in. I've got a piece of string for the drawbridge. It's 1 meter long exactly, and I've already put a knot in at one end. I'm going to thread it first of all through the round piece of wood here. It will then come through here, then down to the door through here, over here, then back up here and into the round bit of wood, where I'm then going to tie it into position. Now we're going to build the castle battlements. We need 2 of the 55 centimeters times 6 centimeters, 1.9 centimeters. We need just 2 of them, because first of all we're going to build the battlements at the front and at the back. So the side ones we're going to put at the moment on one side. Plus we need 2 of the 55 times 3 centimeters times 1.9 centimeters. The other 2 are for the sides, that we're going to put them on one side. Plus we need these little ones. There's 4 of them. They're 3.5 centimetres times 3 centimetres times 1.9 centimetres. We need all 4 of them for the front and the back of the battlements. Then we need the battlements themselves. We need 22 of them, and they're 3 centimetres by 2.5 centimetres by 1.9. So we're going to start with just the front and the back of the castle. Now we're going to take the 2 wider pieces, that's the 6 centimetre pieces, and we're going to take these 3.5 centimetres times 3 centimetres times 1.9 centimetres, and they are going here level with the corner here and here. They're going to be screwed from underneath, so all we're going to do now is mark along here on all 4, and then we're going to drill a hole here so that we can screw these into position from underneath. Now we're going to make the battlements. First of all, we need the piece of wood that's 55 centimetres by 3. They're going on here like this. The first battlement is the other way round to the others. It goes on here and will be screwed just onto this piece of wood. I'm going to mark it here so that now I can make a hole here to screw it onto this wood. After that, I can do the back piece as well, exactly the same, mark it and make a hole here and screw it onto this piece of wood from underneath. And then I can place the 9 others battlements along here. It doesn't matter how you place them on, and I'm going to mark them with the pencil and then drill a hole in them. They will then be screwed just onto this piece of wood from underneath. And then we will attach this wood to this piece of wood. And if you've done everything correct, we've got all of these battlements that go the one way, and these battlements stand over just by about 1 centimetre. We're now going to screw these onto here. They fit on nice and snug. So that goes on here. Now we're going to mark with the pencil along here to show where it is. Then what we need to is mark where the screws are going to go. We're going to screw 4 times, and I need to screw where there's no battlement in between, because otherwise we're going to hit these screws. So I'm now going to hold it level, and I'm going to mark at each end, one here and one here where we can drill a hole, and then in between here and here. And then we're going to screw these from underneath onto this piece of wood. We're now going to attach the battlements. This is the back of the castle, and you have to make sure that this piece of wood is level with this wood here, and at the front exactly the same. This piece of wood here is level inside, and outside there's a little overhang. Now we're going to make the battlements for the two sides. You've got two of these 55 times 6 left over. They are going to go left and right on here with the overhang on the inside. They're going to be screwed on so that they're level with the outside. And here come the battlements on top. This is screwed like on the front on top, and then on top of them the individual battlements will be screwed, and then this will be screwed into place. To make the battlements, you take the 55 times 6 and you screw on the 55 times 3 as before, all level with one another and level with one of the sides. Then the battlements start this time level again, but not like this, like we did on the others. These are just straight, and you put 11 battlements all along here. And if you've done everything right, they should look, both of them, like this. They're now going to have holes drilled all the way through, here and in the middle. Now we can attach these battlements on the left, on the right, through the 3 screw holes that we've just made. Once that's done, then the castle is finished for this time. If you watch in a couple of weeks' time, we will show you how to make 2 turrets for this castle, so that then the kids can play even more. And if you haven't already seen our film about the catapult and how to make a catapult, then take a look at that. We will see you in a couple of weeks' time. Bye bye.